In my previous video, I created 4 interactive SharePoint dashboards using Copilot. And at the end of the video, I mentioned about the security risk and some governance that you actually need to know before sharing those dashboards. This is that video. We're going to cover the difference between live linked SharePoint dashboards and static dashboards, and exactly what each one means for your data security, and how you can actually govern the creation of dashboards within your Microsoft 365 environment across your organization. If you haven't watched the last video about the creation of dashboards, the link is in the description. So let's dive into this video. First, the most important thing to understand, not all the dashboards Copilot creates are the same. There are 2 completely different types and they behave very differently. And it also depends on Copilot what kind of a dashboard it's going to create. For example, I'm just saying that create an interactive dashboard for project tracker list, use modern theme. Now the problem is Copilot can sometimes go and create a dashboard which is basically linked to your list, which means whenever there is a data change in your list, that dashboard is going to refresh. But sometimes it can actually go and create a static dashboard. So on my screen, I have these 2 kind of dashboards that Copilot has created. Now the type 1, which is basically a live linked dashboard. So if you have a look at the top, it says project tracker live dashboard and you will see a refresh button here, which means this is linked to my project tracker list. If anything changes in that list, this dashboard is going to refresh automatically, or you can click on refresh. The other kind is basically a static dashboard. Now, this is just a snapshot that Copilot has taken, and this is purely HTML. The data is frozen inside the file. It has no connection back to your list. So in my previous video, the dashboards I created from files and folders were static. Although I did not specify Copilot to create static, but it did just went and created static data. Now today I'm going to show you a live linked one, show you the exact difference in behavior, and then show you why that distinction matters massively for security and for your governance. I am now going to go back into my project tracker list, which is this list, and I'm going to click on Copilot and open chat and ask Copilot to create a live linked dashboard. So this is really important. So instead of asking Copilot as generic prompt to create an interactive dashboard, so for example, I say create a live linked interactive dashboard. Now you don't have to specify the tracker list because we are already within the list, but you can specify that, or you can simply that create a live linked interactive dashboard for this list and use modern theme. If you want to enhance your prompt, you can do that. If you want to create specific filters, etc., you can do that. And if you want to know more about creating dashboards and what different kind of dashboards you can create, you can watch my previous video. Now, let's just go and click on send. And this time it should create a live linked interactive dashboard. If you want to create a static dashboard, so you can replace that live linked with static. So create a static interactive dashboard. Now done, and notice that Copilot confirms that it's created as live linked. This dashboard is now connected to the project tracker list. I'm not going to go deep on the creation. My last video covers all of that. What I want to show you now is that how these 2 types actually behave differently. So if I open this dashboard, which is pretty much same as my previous live dashboard, you can see that this is a live dashboard. There is a refresh button at the top here, and it says that this dashboard is basically a live data. Let's just watch for website redesign, and the budget is $45,000 here. So if I go back into project tracker list and let's try to do some tests. So website redesign 45K. I am now going to edit this. So I'm going to click on edit and I'm going to update this value to 55,000. Instead of 45,000, we have increased it to 55,000 and we click on save. If I go back onto my live dashboard, it still says $45,000 because I haven't refreshed it yet. Notice the budget as well, $746,000. If I click on refresh on this list, you'll see that the budget has increased to $756,000 and the budget for website redesign has gone to $55,000. So it is linked to our SharePoint list. So whatever changes you do in your SharePoint list will be reflected in this project tracker live. If I go back to my static list, which is this list, website redesign, the budget is $45,000 budget and the total budget is $746,000. It hasn't refreshed yet, but let me reload this. So if I refresh this, you will notice that this list hasn't changed because the HTML is basically embedded within this particular list. Now that's the behavior about the live data and refresh. What about the download behavior? So I'm going to download both of these dashboards on my computer. So I'm currently on a static dashboard and I'm going to click on download and I'm going to download this file and I'm going to do the same for the live dashboard and I'm going to click on download and this file is now downloaded. Let me open these two files. So I have these two files. Let's open the downloaded live dashboard first. So I'm going to click on this and click open with Microsoft Edge. Now this is my live linked dashboard file which I have downloaded. It shows me nothing. It's broken. There is no data because it's actually trying to connect back to the shared list and there is no connection when you are opening a local file. Let me open the downloaded static dashboard file. So I'm going to open this Windows Explorer and click open with Microsoft Edge. As soon as I open this file, everything works, all the data, all the charts, all the filters, because the data is inside the file itself, right? I can filter it and it will work. Everything is there, all the information is there. And this is exactly where the security story starts to get interesting. One quick thing before we get to the security, the Copilot credits. A question I get asked in the comments was, does refreshing the live dashboard consume Copilot credit? The answer is no. Refreshing a live dashboard is just a data read from your shared list. It happens in the browser and Copilot isn't involved in the whole operation. So credits are only consumed when you ask Copilot to create or update something, not when the data refreshes. So whenever you refresh this project live dashboard, there are no credits consumed. So now let's get back to our security things. You have seen what's the behavior is when you download both of these files. Obviously, there are some security concerns about the static dashboard. Now let's talk about the permissions on these dashboards. This particular project tracker SharePoint list, I have a user who does not have access to this list. So if I go into the list permissions, for example, and go to list settings, and I'm going to check the list permissions so that you know what I'm talking about. So I'll click on permissions for this list. Now this list has project team members, owners, and visitors. If I click on visitors, hopefully I don't have anyone. And if I click on project team members, this will be a Microsoft 365 group in it, if it is. And then project team members is project team members, which is basically a Microsoft 365 group, which is project team and that. So if I go back to project tracker, for example, and let's just have a look at the three members as well, so you know what I'm talking about. So these are the three members who has access to this list. I have a user called Stephen Shaw, not Adrian Shaw, Stephen Shaw, and that I'm going to test with that user how the dashboards behave. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to go on to documents and I am now going to share this project tracker dashboard with Stephen Shaw. So I'm going to click on Stephen Shaw, and this is the read permissions. We're going to give it to Stephen, and I'm going to click on send. So I am currently logged in as Stephen Shaw, as you can see on the right hand side, and that's Stephen Shaw. If I go into the documents library, I can see that I have access to project tracker dashboard, which is the modern dashboard. Let's just go back again and provide access to the static dashboard as well. So I come back to my project team SharePoint site again, and I'm going to share a static dashboard as well with Stephen so that we don't have to go backwards and forwards. So let's just say Stephen Shaw, S Shaw, read missions, can view, and send. So now Stephen has access to both of these dashboards, and Stephen does not have access to anywhere else on the site and on the list. So let me just go back to Stephen again, and I'm going to reload this page so that we can see both of our dashboards. So these are both the. Let's click on the tracker dashboard, which is the modern one, which is a live dashboard. So I'm going to click on that and let's see what happens. So I can see that I can open a dashboard, but I don't have any of the data visible. The user opens it, no data loads because the dashboard is trying to read from the project tracker list. And this particular user does not have access to that list. That means the source permission protects the data automatically, so that this list is the gatekeeper. Now let's try to access the static dashboard. So I'm going to click on the static dashboard this time, and the user opens it. All the data is there. Every project, every budget, every status, because the data is inside the HTML file itself. And if the user can access the file, they can see everything in it, even though this user does not have access to the project tracker list. So this is the data leakage risk I'm talking about. Think about what happened in our previous video. that we created, they sometimes landed inside your shared documents library, and sometimes dashboards actually landed under your site assets library as well, which is there. So whenever you create a dashboard, the behavior is that those dashboards can actually either end up in your shared documents library and in your site assets document library. And in most organizations, shared documents is accessible to everyone in organizations by default. And if a static dashboard containing sensitive financial information ends up into your shared documents, then every single person in your organization can open that file and read your data. So it depends on what kind of dashboard you are producing, whether it's a static dashboard or live dashboard. In a live dashboard, the data is restricted. User permissions are there to protect your data, but in static dashboards, this is visible. So it's the same location, but two different kind of dashboards files can actually expose your data. That's why the type of dashboard matters. What do you actually do about this? So here is a practical governance setup. Step 1 is to create a dedicated document library. So if I go into my site contents, I have actually created a document library called dashboards. Now we're not letting all that land into shared documents or site assets. We have created this one library called dashboards, and we're making this as the only place where the dashboards can actually live. So if I go into this document library, I have created different column types with dashboard type, which is a static or a live, and that's a status, that's the source list, owner who created this, and that's the exception reason. Within this document library, you can enable the versioning. You can also enable the content approvals so that nothing goes live without a human checking it and approving it. And then we are going to tell Copilot through the site guidance file. So in order to create a guidance list, you need to create a SharePoint.md file, and then we're going to create a governance rule. In order to do that, you need to go into your site contents, and from there, let's just create another document library, and we will call that agent assets. So I'm going to click on a blank library and I'm going to name it agent assets. We're not going to show that in the site navigation, and create. Within the agent assets document library, now we are going to create a file. So if you click on create, and from there you need to create a markdown document. So that's the markdown document, and once it's open, then we are going to put some governance rules. For example, I have copied my governance rule. So this is the dashboard governance rule that I have copied, which basically says all dashboards, reports, HTML reports, and live visualizations created by Copilot must be saved in the library, be live linked to the source SharePoint list or library. By default, they should be live linked. So we are restricting it to create the static HTML snapshots. And the third line, we say not to be created as static snapshots unless explicitly approved. And use the source list library permissions for live data access. Include owner, source list, dashboard type, and status metadata where available. Static dashboards are not allowed by default because they may duplicate data in the file and increase data leakage risk. And we're also prompting it, putting a rule saying if a user asks for a static dashboard, Copilot must warn the static dashboards, copy data into the file, ask for approval exception reason, and save it as draft only. So these are the governance rules that we have provided into our file. And once you're happy with the file, you can close it. And then we are going to rename this file to SharePoint.md. So I'm going to rename it, and let's just call it SharePoint instead of untitled. So we've done that, and you update the file. Now the governance rules are in place. Now this file will guide Cope behavior on this particular site. Now let's go back to our project tracker list, and let's ask Copilot to create a dashboard. This time I'm going to ask Copilot to create an interactive dashboard and use modern theme. I'm not providing any more details. To know the behavior of how you can create different kind of dashboards, you can actually watch my previous video, which is listed here. Now I'm going to click send, and let's just watch the behavior this time. So if you have a look at it now, it basically says, the Copilot says that the chat experience was customized for this site by SharePoint.md. So it is actually going as per the rules that we have specified in the SharePoint.md file. And there is a reasoning which is completed in first step. Now it's actually asking me to update items. If I click on the reasoning steps, last step, if you look at it, it's saying updating metadata. I need to update some metadata, which means first getting the current user and then listing items. It is now going to create an entry into into our dashboards document library and going to update the metadata that we have listed into our dashboards document library based on that. So if I click update, then we'll see that it is now going to update the metadata and create the file into our dashboards document library. And there you go. It has now created an interactive live linked project tracker dashboard with a modern theme in the dashboards library. It includes all the filters, etc. Now, I didn't specify it to create a live linked project tracker dashboard, but it actually followed the rules that I have provided within the SharePoint.md file. If I click on this dashboard, let's see what it has actually done. This is our dashboard. It is interactive. You can see that. And this is a live data, which means it's actually linked. And there is a refresh button. You can refresh it if you change any values in there. If I go back to my document library, which is called dashboards, there should be an entry in there. So there is our dashboards document library. We should find our dashboard there. So this is the dashboard, and it has basically updated all the metadata related to this request. Now, if on the other side, if you go back to the project tracker list, and this time we ask this to create a static HTML dashboard. So I am now going to ask Copilot to create an interactive static dashboard and use modern theme. And we click send. Now, again, this is based on our SharePoint.md file and the rules that we have provided within that file. So it has actually come back to me and said, static dashboards copy SharePoint data into the file, which can increase data leakage risk. I can create it only as draft. If you approve an exception, please provide exception reason, confirm source, project tracker, preferred matrices or charts if any. Alternatively, I can create a live linked interactive dashboard within the modern theme, which follows site governance. So within my MD file, I actually asked it to prompt the user to ask for an exception, but you can in your MD file say do not create the static HTML files. So it really depends on how you want to govern it. As I mentioned earlier, you can enable content approvals on this document library to better manage the creation of dashboards, etc. One question still remains that we have done this for one particular site, but what if you have hundreds of sites and you want to apply the same governance across your M365 environment for all other sites? The answer is you can actually use PNP PowerShell scripts, and you can reiterate through all of your sites and create point.md file under agent assets folder. So that way, all of your SharePoint sites will follow the same governance across your M365 environment. So to summarize, your live link dashboards stay connected to your SharePoint list. They respect your source permissions. They don't consume credits when you refresh them, but they break when you download them. On the other side, if you use static dashboards, they basically carry all of your data wherever the file goes. So using live link dashboards is basically a safest option for your M365 data security, because in those dashboards, your source list is the gatekeeper. So you can control the data permissions and everything from your source list. Next video, I'm going to go deep into the Copilot AI skills in SharePoint and how we can actually automate the governance in SharePoint to better manage your SharePoint environment. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so. If you have any comments, feedback, or anything you want me to cover for Copilot or SharePoint or anything, please put it in the comment sections, and I'll see you next time.